Good afternoon, teacher. Today, in this presentation, I'm going to explain the labor code insights, the different types of employment contract, and the rights and obligations that both workers and employers have. This information helps us to understand how fair and responsible labor relations are built. First, what is the labor code? The labor code is the set of laws that regulates the relationship between workers and employers. It establishes the rules for hiring, working conditions, salaries, and the protection of worker rights. Basically, it creates a legal balance so both sides know their responsibilities. The labor code has a fundamental principle that is based on important such as equality, respect, fair treatment, and the protection of human dignity. These principles make sure that every worker receives just conditions and that the workplace stays safe and respectful for everyone. Our examples have freedom of association, social security protection, the dignity of worker, the freedom of work, the health and safety work, the fair remuneration, the quality of and non-discrimination. We have three types of contract. The first type is a fixed term employment contract that is based in an agreement that has a specific start and date. It is used when a company needs a worker for a temporary period, like a project or a seasonal job. When the day arrives, the contract finishes automatically unless both decide to renew it. The second type is the indefinite employment contract that has not a end date. It gives the worker more stability because the job continues as long as both employee and employer want to keep that relationship. The ending this type of contract requires legal procedures and valid reasons, so it offers a strong protection. And the third type of contract is the part-time employment contract. That is when a person works few hours than a full-time employee. The worker still receives legal right and benefits, but these are proportional to the hours that the worker work. It's commonly used for students or people who need a flexible schedule. The worker has the rights that are several important, such as receiving a fair salary, working in a safe conditions, and have access of social security. They also have the right to rest days, paid vacations, and protections against discrimination. These rights ensure dignity and well-being in the workplace. But the workers also have obligations. The obligation of workers are the employees also have responsibilities. They must perform their tasks correctly, follow company rules, respect their coworkers, and take care of the tools and equipment that they use. They need to be punctual, follow safety standards, and behave professionally at all times. And employers also have obligation that is based to must provide a safe and healthy workplace, pay salaries on time, and respect the labor laws. They also need to give workers the equipment and training they need, register them in Social Security, and make sure all contracts and the processes follow the law. In conclusion of this presentation, the understanding labor laws and the control helps to create a fair and organization work environment when both employers and employees know their rights and obligations, they can work together with respect and responsibility. This strengthens labor relationship and provide productivity. These ideas come from the International Labor Organization, the Ecuadorian Labor Code, and the other reliable source of employment rights and responsibilities. Thank you for watching my presentation. I hope this information helps you understand how labor relationships work and why laws are important. Bye.